Use. Go, go, go. We set into game number 1 of this best of 5. It is to the bottom right-hand side our blue Terran player. It is aLive. Top left-hand side our red Terran player from Sidestorm Gaming, GuMiho. In our best of 5 finals, game number 1 here today of the WardiTV Weekly. Number 16. Weekly Season 3, the event series that we're running right now, has been a successful one so far, honestly. And we are looking forward to the season finals as well. We was hoping to run the season finals this month, I'm not going to lie, but it's very busy now, and I'm actually worried we won't be able to do it before BlizzCon. So, I'm not saying before BlizzCon, but before the global finals, obviously makes things a bit more awkward. We might be able to do it at the start of October. We still have to sort of figure that out, and obviously, as we figure it out, we'll get some... We'll see when we can do it. If we can't do it before the global finals, we will do it post-BlizzCon. In the off-season, you know, I'm excited for the off-season, the online season, per se, because it's kind of exciting, actually. Like, it's kind of exciting. Like, you know, the online season is obviously when streamers like myself, Base Trade, etc. get to thrive. We get to throw on more events because we actually, by throwing on more events, because it's obviously more people watch, people watch and more people play, we can throw on more events, we can justify it more so than throughout the year. So it's kind of exciting. Sub to Muslim, a man hitting us up with that sub, making use of that September offer. Don't forget, guys, new subs are half off. Get some love in the chat for the Muslim. Stayed for the games, sub for the Wardy Tash. Yeah, man, I'm having trouble like just getting my life together. Because I have to walk to the office because I can't drive because I only have one hand. I'm really not used to walking to the office, so I keep waking up for these events like, oh shit, I've got an hour to like shower, get ready, and to do a 25-minute walk. Whereas usually it's like, I've got an hour to shower and drive in for 2 minutes. Like, it kind of is a bit of a bitch. It's a bit of a bitch, and it's a little bit of a frustration. That means I haven't been able to shave and look beautiful, so I'm just growing that tash out and giving you guys a little bit of the warty tash, the warty beard. And so you do set on up into this first game of the best of 5. aLive looking to be the more aggressive player, double gas, 1 base, later expansion, rather than GuMiho's Reaper-based expand early in the game. Obviously looking to just take that eco lead and just defend to set up into this. But yeah, mate, it really is kind of crazy. Like, it doesn't sound like a lot. I'm not really saying that a 30, you know, like a 25-minute walk is that much. Actually, I kind of enjoy the walk now that I'm doing it. It's just I'm not used to waking up early enough to actually involve the walk in my getting ready to stream sort of process. Even though I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, I'm still a bit like, oh crap, my body just doesn't realize I can't actually skip as many alarms as I usually do. So it's a bit silly, but well, what is life? Ooh, 4 workers going down here. That's a very nice attack by GuMiho. 4 workers killed. Considering GuMiho is meant to be the defensive player, considering he's the one with the faster expansion, 4 workers killed, he's already 8 workers up. He's already 8 workers up, so aLive getting set up into a bit of a bad spot already. Let's see if his Reaper's counterattacking can maybe grab a little bit of damage. Did the raffle start a day? Yeah, so basically the bot was set up a bit incorrectly before now, but it is working now. So yeah, basically the raffle did start a day for the MeUndies giveaways. It'll be once a week, and you guys can enter once per day. So you enter once per day. Every day you enter is an extra ticket or an extra chance at winning. And once a week we'll do the giveaway. And again, the more people that join the giveaway, the more prizes we get to give out. I think at 100 signups or 100 entries, we get to give away like an extra set, you know, a second giveaway basically for the week, and so on and so on. So keep on signing up, guys. Definitely worthwhile, costs you nothing. Again, looks good for us on the channel for the more stuff we get to give away basically. Cyclone's pushing out here, and we're going to be seeing the Hellion getting picked off. And a couple of Rippers, Cyclone, the Ravens pulling back here from aLive. Still looking for an aggressive opportunity. Let's see if he can find something in the next few moments to just sign up. What's up, Alaris? Coming in with the Twitch Prime sub. How you doing? You're beautiful to me, Johnny Boy. Well, thank you for the sub. Do appreciate it. As aLive picks off a Cyclone very quickly. He actually has a third Cyclone of his own here. With the the order turret's able to come down as well. This is going to be a little bit crazy for a couple of moments. The siege tank on the high ground might not survive very long. Only 5 workers killed. It's not enough just yet, as we will see that tank siege, and aLive will back away rather than trying to fight further. We're going to see a couple of Cyclones going down. Going to see the Raven picked off. We are just going to be seeing aLive again, just setting up at the front and getting ready to go. Stimpack and +1 continue to get ready to rumble. aLive back at home, a siege tank on the way out. Still aLive, just hasn't found what he needed here though. He didn't do a lot of army damage, he didn't do a lot of eco damage. And it really is just GuMiho running away with the early stages of this game. You know, he's ahead in workers, he's ahead in army, I mean, it's been this way for a long time. Look at that, almost 5 minutes of income dominance here from GuMiho. His army supply is now starting to take massive jumps because of it. He's way ahead on Stim +1, and while aLive will even up on those within, you know, a minute or so, it creates openings for GuMiho, and it restricts the opportunities of aLive to actually get damage done, to find a way to fight and do damage here and there. This little Cyclone's going to be moving on forward, moving on back. aLive is obviously loving the war chest skins. He's got quite a few of them. I see you guys commenting on the chat, and yeah, he's using quite a few of them. Not the medevacs though. Not the medevacs. GuMiho is going straight up standard Marines, tanks. No skins at all. He's not messing around with those skins. It's actually really fun to see how many people are using the skins. I think a lot of the pros are enjoying using the skins, and a lot of people are enjoying them. So yeah, pretty neat. The Rambe Reaper. Yeah, I think the Reaper skin looks a bit bulky and a bit weird, doesn't it? It's strange. Gonna see these Marines, tanks, medevacs moving over to the lower right hand side, try and get a little bit of damage done. Gonna see this Marines just drop. Nice little pick away right there as you still see a tank sieged. Marines spreading out a little. Well, I say spreading out. He's actually sending Marines over to the left side to actually go counterattack, which isn't going to help him as tanks drop behind this mineral line over here. An auto turret will come down and try and help, but it's not really going to do that much. A tank goes down to like what, like half health or something. Another auto turret still gets it low, but not a kill, and another one finally gets a kill. I mean, it's something, but now you see you have tanks in range of other tanks, and it isn't looking pretty at all here right now for aLive. He doesn't even have all the vision he necessarily needs to really make the most of it. His tanks aren't even in very good range to make the most of it either. If he moves forwards now, there's already medevac here for GuMiho, so he sees it, he gets preemptive shots off, and he will get a kill before anything even happens. And well, now Marines will stim down and try and fight this, and he might be able to clean it up, sure, but even if he cleans this up, it's been expensive. 4 workers, multiple tanks going down. And actually, look at that, he just loads up GuMiho, and he's going to make the most of aLive having to position further up on the map. He's going to jump on in towards the main base here, and we'll start to unload. I mean, well, Marines are going to drop on top, and again, aLive is going to try and clean this out. GuMiho will be happy with the trade, though. Okay, he loses everything. But he did quite a bit. Maybe he didn't expect to lose everything, though. Because actually, looking at things now, aLive has found himself a little bit of an advantage in army supply, and maybe a push across the map could get something done here. Maybe this is the opportunity which aLive has been waiting for to get himself back in this game. 15 army supply lead. He's missing a +1 armor upgrade that is very close to finishing. By the time he gets over there, it should just be about to finish up. And so maybe, just maybe, aLive can do something. Will be difficult. Defensive position for GuMiho means that, you know, aLive will take some damage running into siege tank lines. But it's something he has to try and do at least, because the third base is up for GuMiho. There's no sign of that from aLive. He's fully committed to doing damage right now, which will get him back in this game. So he has to find something here. It's going to be tough. There's his +1 armor. His tank's on siege. He's going to have to try and relocate once again. Marines stim away once more here and just try and do a bit more damage. A few Marines going down. Another tank, more Marines coming through the center. aLive responding and reinforcing. GG for GuMiho. I mean, it's a ticking time bomb, it really is. Not just GuMiho's economy coming back into play and his army supply building back up, but TvT upgrades as well. I mean, there's so much here that aLive really is just pressured into making something happen sooner rather than later. He's getting Liberators out, which I like the idea of. It's a way for him to break through the tank lines, potentially. There's Liberators of GuMiho as well, though, which is going to be intriguing, because now he's making his own Vikings as well. Obviously, he doesn't have to wait for his Liberators of Vikings to cross the map, whereas aLive does. And actually, GuMiho with 2 Vikings and 2 Libs out already, he will just straight up have the air control on this. And what aLive's been waiting for, his map's not going to matter that much here in the end, as we're going to see the stim in, and he's just pushing into so many tanks. I think he waited a bit too long here to try and make something happen, but he was already very far behind early, and he knew it. Starts tomorrow, about 26 hours from now, actually. We'll be live with Group Stage 1. We'll be just about getting ready to start, so make sure you tune in for that. I'm very excited to bring you guys some WCS Montreal coverage, because actually this year, we've really not been able to bring you guys any WCS coverage. I wasn't here for Jonkoping. I was actually at Valencia. I think I did do Austin, but that was about it. So, yeah, excited to giving you guys some coverage. And it's going to be coming up from tomorrow. We're going to be doing tomorrow and Saturday. It's going to be exciting. So 26 hours from now, tune in for WCS Montreal Day 1. Well, about some sort of sub-tournament, we actually are going to have a sub-tournament soon. It was meant to be last night, but I got an offer from Base Trade to do some casting on there, so it made a little bit more sense. The sub-tournament, I'm never shy to say this, is always something which is, we always want to do it, but we're a lot more maneuverable about the sub-tournament, moving the dates around for the sub-tournament, than we are kind of other things. It doesn't make sense to skip up another casting opportunity to run the sub-tournament. We could run the sub-tournament another day very easily. We can't move other casting opportunities around like that, so makes sense just to make the most of getting something on the channel, Top left-hand side, our Red Terran player. Give it up for my Insanity's aLive. He is down a game in his best of 5. Let's see if he can fight back. Last game, really nothing went his way. Didn't find anything he needed with the opening he went for. And to the bottom right, Sightstorm Gaming's GuMiho. He is up 1-0. Expanded early, was the player who then did damage as well, kept on defending, and was able to make the most of it. You've been moving on up towards the upper left hand side. Just going to look for an opening, but a couple of Reapers out from GuMiho, from aLive, obviously, will help to deflect that. This is our final series of the day, guys. It is our grand finals. Again, I appreciate it was a bit of a faster event. Because again, GuMiho slightly faster expand. Not too much faster than aLive this time, though. But yeah, today's kind of a fast event. Not too many sign-ups, but a few. And still, he had some good games. 3 hours in. I guess by the end of this, we'll be 3.5 hours in, which isn't bad for a cast. I like to aim for 4 to 5 hours when casting. 3 hours is a bit on the short side for me, but well, it gives me some time to get on the YouTube again. We are continuing to update the YouTube, by the way, with 2 to 3 uploads a day. YouTube.com/WardiTV if you want to check that out. Hit us a sub over there. We're approaching 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Continuing to grow the channel and bring you guys consistent content over there, and so on and so on. Reapers and the Cyclone just gathering up together. SCV going to build up this depot behind the mineral line. And again, the early game is very, very patient here. It was aLive that was on the fastest CC. I actually had the colors the wrong way around, so I do apologize for that for a few moments. Got myself mixed up. So aLive just a couple workers ahead here. We'll see double Cyclone, triple Reaper pushing in. There's the double Cyclone out of aLive, though. There's some damage done already. Remember, he can pull his SCVs into repair or to fight. Man, it's crazy how fast these Cyclone battles can get out of control, though. SCVs continue to fight here. aLive just trying to hang on and not take too much damage. You're going to see the Cyclone balloon back. Viking will land as well. Oh my god. aLive is going to finally clean this up and push this back, but GuMiho really did a lot of damage here. 6 workers killed. Still only puts him 1 worker ahead, but again, nice little trade, nice little fight. Across the map, this Reaper going to try and do some damage. Going to try and make the most of his situation. Doesn't really find too much. Comes back down to the low ground, a grenade here. He's going to try and get a mule, but he's actually getting a lot of units or SCVs to half health. Doesn't actually get too much more than that. Reaper goes down, and that will be the end of it for now. Cyclone blows back down to the bottom right. And we're just going to be seeing, again, reactor coming down on the starport. And 3 racks here from aLive in total. We've got 2 more reactors on the way up. GuMiho is just now going into his extra reactors and barracks as well, so really just continue to set up into this. As a single engineering bay drops for GuMiho, obviously wants to go in towards those upgrades, as does aLive. And aLive with the slightly faster stim pack. I'd say in general, I mean, the game is very similar. The game is very even. But just the slightly faster stim, the slightly faster barracks here. aLive just feels as though he's just got a couple of advantages over GuMiho, although very slight. It really is anyone's game at this sort of stage, and you know, TvT is the sort of matchup that can change in a split second. You know, one drop in a good position can do game-ending amounts of damage sometimes, and you know, it really can go from there kind of crazily sometimes as well. So Cyclone takes that left-hand tower, just sits around on it. We're going to see Marines spreading themselves out. All Cyclones sat around as well. As we continue to set up into this. Depots will be finishing shortly, and you're going to see these tanks from GuMiho just starting to come on out, getting ready to go in towards that mid-game composition, which of course in TvT, Marine Medevac tank, normally known as Marine tank, because the Medevacs are sort of a given. Don't really use the Marauders in TvT. The reason for that, in case you're wondering, is that Marauders are very tanky. The thing is, though, if you had the choice between two Marauders and a Marauder or two Marines, the two Marines are a much better choice because it's a lot of the time about damage output. You know, okay, the Marauders might be tanky, but what's the point of being tanky if you're not putting out anywhere near as much damage because of the lack of Marines in your army? And it's not really so much about bonus damage on the tanks, which the Marauders could give. And the reason for that is because a lot of the time, if you're going to be damaging the tanks anyways, then you've already kind of broken through and won the fight, and the Marauders are not really there to be tanky anymore. You know, if you're fighting the tanks, then you've generally broken through the Marine lines. Usually it's Marine versus Marine that takes place in the majority of actual kind of fights with the tanks firing from behind, so the Marauder bonus damage doesn't do a lot, the tanking doesn't do a lot, and you're left with just Marine tank versus Marine tank as the common composition used in TvT. Cyclone with these Medevacs, Marines, and tanks pushes forwards. aLive wants to get some damage done here, and we are going to see a Cyclone leading the charge. A couple of tanks firing away, and that Cyclone getting pushed back already. We're going to be seeing tanks and Marines unloading here. The CC does get cancelled. So that's a nice pick-off, already slowing down the third base. GuMiho's third base is here as well. So it's kind of up to aLive to find something right now. Otherwise, he will just continue to fall a bit further behind them. His sub-turret will go down. These tanks are going to range that refinery as well. So it's a nice position for aLive to get something done. But again, the lack of a third CC will hurt him. As we're going to see this refinery will indeed fall down. Viking comes in a bit too late to really push this back. He'll lock onto it if the Cyclone to push it away. A little bit of a skirmish there between the players. But again, lacking a third CC is a huge deal. aLive, no way you can push into this position with 3 tanks sieged up and now a 4th one joining in. And the units mid-map as well are ready to try and find aLive building a new third CC as well. The fact that he doesn't have it and isn't rebuilding does concern me slightly. He's putting himself in that timer again where it's almost as though if he doesn't win the game in the next 4 to 5 minutes, he's going to have a lot of trouble moving on through. No combat shields from aLive. Oh, sorry, he does have combat shields already, so he's actually very far ahead on that. A shame he can't really make more of it. He's going to push forwards now, but he'll be difficult to take a proper fight with combat shields versus no combat shields. He might be able to win this fight here. And actually, the Vikings, if they go on top of that medevac, get rid of it kind of quickly. More units come into the center here from GuMiho. It's actually going to create a bit of an awkward spot. And obviously, aLive doesn't really see it because he doesn't have the watchtower like GuMiho does. Does GuMiho want to take a fight, though? Again, the lack of combat shields is a huge difference on the Marines. The problem is, though, fighting into tanks is still fighting into tanks. GuMiho's third CC lands in position. What an awkward standoff then. A bit of a position in the center from both players. Meanwhile, aLive has an army to the right-hand side, which he does now indeed pull back and will look to reposition. Actually, aLive may be in a bit of trouble here if he doesn't siege these tanks. There's a lot of Marines with GuMiho coming forwards. We'll see one tank sieging up, and okay, he's going to come in from 2 angles. His tanks are in trouble. They'll get a few shots off at the same time. GuMiho's tanks are overrunning the center. And again, we said it was a bit of a weird scenario there, as now aLive finally going into his third CC. GuMiho not taking too much of an advantage from this for the most part, I would say. His income lead's been pretty good there. Yeah, in fact, aLive's been in an income lead anyways. Only just now is GuMiho really getting something out of this. So you're going to see those tanks sieging, and aLive has the tanks still in position right now, but GuMiho seems to have the numbers to push through. aLive is the one who's being pushed back and pulling away towards the upper left-hand side. Full retreat mode right now here out of aLive. And as we're going to be seeing him pulling all the way back to the upper left. We're going to see a third CC finally move into position for him. But GuMiho, with the engagements so far that are winning him this game, he's going to keep on looking for more of those as the game continues, of course. Means Medevac's going to come forwards again. There's no advantage aLive is playing with right now, though. No 2-2 upgrades. That's something GuMiho has gained here in the last few moments, and which will continue to help him out throughout the course of the game. He hasn't got them just yet, but he's got them halfway done. And aLive, well, is there even an armory on the map for aLive? There isn't. He's only on one engineering bay. This is what I mean. He really committed himself to just pushing on 2 bases and ending the game in the next 4 or 5 minutes. I said that around the 7 or 8 minute mark, and now we're 11 minutes in. His time is running out, and it really is. If 2-2 finishes, there's no way he wins this, unless he has a severe, numbers advantage. Even without that numbers advantage right now, I don't know what he's looking to do here. He can't push into this tank line. Vikings are here to push back the Liberators, which was a nice idea until Vikings were out. Marines again just gathering behind the tanks. Marines coming through the center, and again, aLive's timer is ticking away. GuMiho is just going to be able to do way too much. He just sits, he waits, and I mean, I really want to give aLive some more hope. Yeah, I want to be a bit more positive, but I'm just not finding it right now. I'm just not seeing it. I'm really not. Another scan. Marines and tanks pull away once again. You see a big load up from aLive. Something like this is a sort of move he needs to make to get back in the game, but even still, it's going to be difficult to get enough done with an attack like this. He's going to come around the side, trying to avoid the sense tower for as long as possible. Then the Vikings are going to be there. Okay, they might not kill a medevac, but they will definitely see them, and that immediately shuts aLive's idea down, and he's running out of options. Plus 3 starts up from GuMiho. It's getting worse and worse and worse here. He's going to be seeing Marines unload once again. Another tank comes on forwards and actually just gets picked off right there. GuMiho finds himself a good little trade. A couple of SCVs going down now as well. What's that do? Not even sure what's going down. I actually have no idea. There's the medevacs go up the right-hand side, and GuMiho will go for a drop of his own. He still has so much left on the other side, though, to actually be able to deal with this. A lot of SCVs go down initially as aLive makes some progress. The problem is, while he makes some progress right now, he might be feeling okay, cool, I'm sort of doing something. He's not going to do anything against this counter drop on the other side. He's got nothing in his main to defend this. His production is immediately going to be camped, and that's when aLive may very well begin to realize that he's in trouble. He's going to try and drop into the main base himself. Loads up and jumps into the main on top of the production, trying to do what GuMiho is doing to him, but it's just a numbers game. A numbers game which GuMiho is winning on the other side of the map, on this side of the map. And GuMiho playing some stellar TvT so far today. He's had a flawless run through this tournament so far. Now he's going to be up 2-0 in this best of 5 grand final, looking to take home that $75 prize. You see those barracks continue to get blown on up. GG from aLive. GuMiho takes game 2. Point. Let's see what happens as we jump on into game number 3 of the best of 5. To the left hand side, our red Terran player representing my insanity. Give it up if you're cheering on aLive here in this best of 5. It rhymes like magic. Like magic. Top right hand side, our blue Terran player from Sidestorm Gaming is GuMiho. 40 entries into the MeUndies raffle. Keep it going, guys. Awesome to see. Again, you can enter once per day. We'll be giving away once a week. The first giveaway ends on September 11th. And you can enter once a day after that to enter our next giveaway, which will take place on September 18th. The more entries, the more prizes given away, the more chances you have to win. So keep on entering, and obviously the more you enter, the more chance you have to win anyways. So make sure you come back tomorrow. We'll be streaming WCS Montreal, and you can enter the giveaway all over again. Reaper is on the way up here from GuMiho. Just getting set up into this. And getting ready to rumble. As we get set up and ready to go again, just as we are in sellout mode today, why not mention it one more time? It's September. If you guys aren't a sub already, you can subscribe for half price. You can enter for $2.50 into the sub pool. You can be a subscriber hero. You can support the stream. You can support the WardiTV series. The weekly series is put on by our subscribers because you guys are so awesome to subscribe enough that we're able to put on a weekly tournament for this sort of time zone every week. So it's super awesome, and it's all because of you guys. So you can support this tournament series, you can support the channel by subscribing, and it's half price whether you subscribe tier 1, 2 or 3. They're all half price. So go and check that out if you're intrigued, if you're interested. is WardiTV. I like it. Put my name into the song. So let me brawl. How you doing? Early game here again. It's GuMiho of the earlier expansion and All Eyes on aLive to try and do something about it, which he was unable to in game 1. Starport. We'll jump onto the tech lab and we'll see a Cloak Banshee opening. I like it. I really feel Banshee is the way to kind of counter the faster expansion, because a Cloak Banshee, unless you really mess up, is almost always going to find a way to get some damage done. That's going to be seeing the Cyclone and 2 Reapers popping up into the natural right away here, and well, grenade goes down. A little bit of a skirmish already breaking out. 2 Reapers and 2 Marines against the 2 Reapers and the Cyclone though, and aLive is not going to be able to get away with the Cyclone. It goes down. aLive not finding what he needs so far. Finds himself a single SCV, but again, not really exactly what he was looking for. As he comes into the main base, will grenade around a bit. Doesn't get any more SCVs. We'll lose one more Reaper, and maybe the other one too. GuMiho is just too good right now. He keeps on deflecting everything that comes his way. He just is not allowing himself to take any damage at all. And as he doesn't take any damage or anything like that, it just gets better and better and better for GuMiho. I mean, again, here comes the Cloak Banshee, right, to maybe do something. I feel like this is the best chance to get some damage really done here. The Cyclone's actually moving on the map. Statue isn't going to be any anti-air at all, but at the same time, is there something to defend the Cyclones on this side? Well, a Cyclone about to pop. The other Banshee will have to be used defensively. But I feel as though there's a good chance to get in here and do damage, although actually for now the turret is on the way up, so he needs to get in here and try and delay this. aLive cannot waste too much time, so here we go. He jumps in, he'll immediately target down the SCV building the turret, start to delay that. The more it gets delayed, the better it's going to be. 3 workers so far, but meanwhile 2 workers going down on the other side. aLive losing, taking damage here as he comes down to try and fight. There's going to see a scan. Marines and Cyclones lock onto the Banshee. It's not going to be a kill, but that Banshee's getting low, and it's low on energy too. And if the CC gets cancelled, aLive is just going to be trailing so heavily. I'm not even sure if there's going to be a way back into this game. This Banshee moves around, looking to see what might happen. GuMiho is just too good at TvT.